Hey. Coach Wheeler here, and today I want to share with you a story that a friend told me about a recent situation he went through that was pretty dire and basically ended up costing him a lot of money, a very long friendship and a sort of work business situation. So on multiple fronts. And we talked about the dynamics of the story and how he felt, how it affected his mental health, how he had questions, why would someone do this? What did I do wrong? All these different things. But as we talked through it, we started to pick up on the positives, because obviously at first you're telling them, yeah, this happened to me and I've been so hard done by, and can you believe it, and look at this and look at that, and why did they do this? And you can go through it and sort of think, bloody hell, that is pretty bad. If someone did that to me, I'd be fuming. You know, and you can relate this story in a situation like that where you're tricked by someone you love, you care for, you have a friendship with, and it can be a husband, wife, brother, sister, best friend, someone you work with, someone you become close with, and you build a reputation and a relationship with that person where your reputation precedes you, and you build that up. It's something that grows from a foundation. And if you have a friendship or a relationship in that situation, you then invest in it. And when you invest in it and they then trick you or turn on you or run for the hills because they've stitched you up, you obviously lose a lot of that, and it can feel hurtful. You know, it can hurt you. It can feel painful. You can feel confused, mystified. You lose your faith in humanity, all of those different things. And as I was listening to him tell the story, I said to him, but you've always maintained who you are. And I said, I respect you for that. And I said, I know that doesn't help you, but I will always value you more or respect you more and trust you more than that person ever would. In fact, now I don't ever trust that person. I'm like, wow, I'm glad I know he's like that, because I'll avoid that person at all costs. And even though he might come to me with his sob story and tell me, oh, well, I had to do it because of this and I was in debt and blah, 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 you lowered your standards to save yourself, you know, and that's something we should never do. And as hard as things are in life, you know, you can always get more money. You can always get another job. You can always work back to build up something you've lost. But when you abuse trust and friendship and your legacy, your reputation and those relationships, you can't build them back up, you know, or they become very difficult to. You know, imagine in a relationship you cheated on someone, or you ran off with someone's wife, or you had a business together and you took all the money and flew off to, do you know what I mean? That kind of thing. Or a best friend tricks you in some situation and lies about you, and you're the one that gets all the pain and the punishment. But the point to remember through all of this, and as I said to my friend, and kind of it came out in the story as he was telling me and we were discussing it, is that he maintained who he was. He was true to himself. He didn't lower his standards. He always kept that focus. He always did the right thing. And through it all the people that were kind of intertwined, because this was a business operation and a friend's operation, the friend circle, the business circle, and all that reputation, they're all kind of mystified why he did it, but kind of in a kind of remorseful way, like, well, we're really sorry this happened to you, but you were the good guy, and we will remember that. We will hold value in you, in who you are. And it's important to maintain that, because from that weakness or from that bad situation or from that tricky moment, it becomes your strength. And it takes discipline and courage and a brave heart to do it. But if you can face up to that and always maintain who you are, not only will everyone around you know you did the right things, you yourself know you did the right things, and you can hold your head up high. And it's that moral high ground where you say to yourself, I know I was true to me. I did the right thing. And that power it gives you, it's like a superpower. Like I say, it takes discipline, it takes courage, it takes a brave heart to face there and do that. But if you can, wow, it's really worthwhile doing. And even though you might go through a few tricky months, and this guy has gone through a few tricky weeks, and it probably have another few tricky weeks to get through it. But in the end, it will come good. It will come good for him. And it may even come back tenfold where it's even better, because then people go, wow, we should really go with him. Because even through all of that stuff, this is the trick, even through all those bad things, he never lowered his level. He never stooped down to those scumbags. He never did the dirty stuff they did on him. He stayed true to the right way of doing things. And that is so important. And you know what's right and wrong in yourself. If something feels, and I know the other side might say, well, I had to do it to save my life and to look after my own back and save my own skin and all that line. It's like, yeah, we get that, but you've destroyed a friendship. You've cost a guy money. Where's all that money gone that was rightly his? You know, you've used that, okay, maybe to pay off debts, but that saved you your mistake, you know. And it's kind of like in those situations, you dropped down, you stooped low, and you may have saved your own skin, but he's going to have to live with that. And that's probably a difficult thing for him to live for. But don't burden yourself with the punishment of making that mistake. Does that make sense? I hope it does. And I wanted to share with you that because I almost look at it as that as a weakness can become your strength, or a difficult situation become your superpower. And you think, well, how does that help me? And so think of something that you do that you're really good at and you have a skill for and a talent for. You don't need to improve your strengths. They're already there. You know, you might train them and work on them and have them and use them and utilize them, but they're already your strengths. But in dark times or difficult times, or when you face a weak moment, if you can then learn from that and grow from that and take that difficult situation and flip it around and say, I'm still going to stay true to me. I'm still going to maintain myself, even though this is hard, and you're like, oh, it's so difficult. You get through it, and then that becomes a power. So your weakness becomes your power. Do you see how that works? That's the idea behind it. It's not easy. It's not just, oh yeah, just wake up, zip-a-dee-doo-da, zip-a-dee-ay, and you make it nice and easy, and the sun is shining and everything's rosy, and there's little bunny rabbits with fluffy tails and Kinder eggs for you, as a surprise. It is hard, but if you can do that, the rewards are massive, and inside you is where you feel that power, that superpower. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. I hope that helps, something sparked with you. Like, subscribe, tell all your friends, and I hope you beautiful people have a wonderful day. I love you all. Peace.